in the top side. Just looking across the board, we have a lot of engage, and I like the fact that we can get at least one of those plates in. So I really like the trade here from RW, considering that they have the scaling composition. They're the team that I prefer in the late game, and they're keeping the game at a stagnant point, if not even with Betty setting up for a potential dive.
Indeed. Let's see if Eric can finagle his way out of here. He does get the TP in. That will be new joining, but he's already dead. They walked away. The TP came in anyways just to follow it up by Ziv, but he's just there for the show of it. And first blood will go over to Rogue Warrior. He has tried so hard to get forward. He's going to go even harder on it. He flashes for it, goes forward, does get that sustained damage down. That paddle star barely misses the shockwave under tower. It has all gone awry right now, but you're getting the 1v2 on the side here, and Kaishuan gets taken down by Eric.
Don't know how Forge survived there, man, but that shockwave was clutch. So I'm worried about this Tristana's progression, as you can see on your screen.
Oh, Tristana is so spooky when she starts getting some gold under her belt. We do see, though, OMG capitalize on the timings and do get their own first dragon. It will be an Ocean Dragon to start them off. It is a Cloud Soul on the Rift, though, Hysterics. We get some speedy boys. Forge is getting completely collapsed on. It was a shockwave to come out to try and buy some time, but New is going to be the one that gets the kill.
Just roams down.
Oh, goodness. That's just going to be the tower taken as well. Big chunk of gold going into Wuming's pocket, and really, really good decision.
So a bit of an enhanced start for the Orianna that I didn't expect, especially since nothing has gotten rolling in this mid lane.
Sometimes it doesn't, but they do have Betty and Forge up here on the top side, able to burst down this tower for themselves. They did have the Rift Herald spawned in bot lane, and that's going to do a nice chunk into the lane if they can at least Rogue Warrior stop it from hitting that second tier tower.
But they're not going to, because this is a better trade for OMG. Yeah. Look at where the Herald is. Look at the wave setup as well actually coming in. This will get the charge, and Eric cold here. Aki is level 11 too. It won't get the turret, but
some damage there and some good flank will be huge. But, you know, face check in a bush is going to end up in Kaishuan dying. And that's going to be another kill for OMG. They get the TP just to make sure everything goes well for themselves. And they're going to have to face off the pressure here from Rogue Warriors.
Bro, I may not be an analyst, but it's obvious, right? Pick potential for OMG is so damn high in this game. And that's why I actually preferred this composition, because executed right, OMG can set themselves up for these neutrals. Kaishuan going down with his flash still available. Tax not paid yet, but we're going again.
Yeah, they're looking for the engagement here on the Ziv. They do have New on the back. Ziv is getting very, very low. He's going to have to use that Unstoppable to get away. Does end up saving his life, though. So a little bit expended. The ultimate, the flash as well from Ziv. And now you have to be afraid of the second dragon going over to OMG.
Kind of tragic that New flashed after that, trying to get in front of the Psalm, but he's too late. As teleport comes through, Dragon will be secure, but Rogue Warriors want the fight.
Aro charge up that devastation. It's been OMG who don't want that.
Well, Rogue Warriors do. Betty just jumps in and
oh no, that's going to be the casket back, and Cold goes down. Here's the TP though. See if he can follow it up. New is going to be in the fight. Does get shockwaved, and the health bars for Rogue Warriors are sustained. Rogue Warriors a little bit on the back foot here, trying to make sure they can set this up nicely. Haro away from the fight. Aki right on the dragon, but he can quickly get over there. See who's going to go for it. New with that flank we were talking about. They get pulled off of the dragon here. See what they can get the fight into. That's the Onslaught of Shadows in back. The shockwave onto the delivery system, but it doesn't matter because OMG are wiping the floor with Rogue Warriors here. Cold gets out even with the heal, and they're going to take a quick 2 kills and Dragon Soul point.
I thought that was such a bad setup for OMG, considering that Wuming's poke wasn't landing, and bursting down, taking down, you know, finding opportunities for a lot of members on RW is a great way for OMG to start. And after finding 2, moving to Soul point, they're moving to the Baron.
They don't care. They want to push up the pace of this game. They want to force the hand of Rogue Warriors. And as you said, they're starting up that Baron.
Here we go again. Gragas on the wing. Haro's not up and available though, so smite advantage is there. Aki, or rather Wuming, burns the first one, and Baron's just gone.
And they were thinking about making an attempt at it, but it's immediately New pulls the aggression out and make sure he's standing in between them and the Baron. And Rogue Warriors make the good call not to fully commit for that one, at least this one time. But they do lose that Baron. They do lose the top tier tower as well.
Push turrets that fast, but it's going to take Rogue Warriors to respond to him more than just Ziv, as they're using the rest of the Baron buff to push the inner turret, and this is clean so far. Haru's trying for a flank, but OMG has a great flanking ward. I'm not sure if it's spotted out, but Rogue Warriors could be walking into a trap.
It could be just that. He knew again on this heavy flank on the bot side. Through this dry bush yet again, seemed like a little bit of deja vu. Haro says, we're not having deja vu. I'm going to reposition myself. Yeah. The Hecarim a little bit away from the fight. The dragon spawn. This is the second time that Haru is behind everybody. And they have spotted him out. They get the Sleepy Trouble Bubble onto him, and Haru's just dead. That has to be Soul Point. You get the flash in here, immediately onto Forge. He does go gold, and New has to go gold as well. Eric goes into the middle of the fight, takes down Betty, and will follow it up as well. This is just a smorgasbord for OMG as they will slowly but surely clean house here, and we're able, after this, to take the dragon if they want to.
Wooming may miss his skill shots in the early game, but that Trouble Bubble onto Haro wins it for them, stops the flank. And Aatrox doesn't die, man. Like, you was an absolute tank. And OMG now, with death time as this large, they can at least get the inhibitor. Haro will be the only person up until Kaishuan. I wonder if OMG are going to go for the end.
I wonder too. I mean, they might just be going for the throat here. They've caught them off balance. They know where they're at, and looks like they're just going to push this minion wave in. Haro is trying to be a distraction. He's just a horse with 4 legs, but he's not going to be able to do anything. He has to watch as his base burns, and OMG are going to clean up a couple more members here of Rogue Warriors, making sure they know the mental advantage is in their stick here as the Nexus falls. Game 1 will go to OMG.
What the hell was Haro doing at the end? He was like,
He's been so versatile here recently, especially, and we do get a change up for OMG. They're not going to go the same 5. They do get the Galio for themselves, and that is an extremely strong pick. Decision here is by OMG. Do they commit to fighting this? It does look like Aki wants to go in. Does have Wu Ming on the backside, cold as well. Betty has found the flank, though. That blast code brings him right in. Wu Ming's a bit caught up, but they have the full team here, and that's immediately going to be a huge pickup for OMG. It does get traded back out of TP. We got chaos everywhere, but Rogue Warriors are going to come out on top.
How the blast code was so troll, and Forge was like, oh man, I'm here now. I don't know how that turns in RW's favor, but they have a lot of AoE damage at this point. Hecarim, Forge, Betty with the rocket jump as well, Gragas too. And RW with the beneficial trade, they get what they want, which is priority in the bottom side to set up the dragon. And now you have a Silas and a Hecarim who are really built for this early game.
And that's the decision-making I wanted to see last game. Yes, it was a little bit hit or miss there. It was a little bit of time before they see Aki coming up here to help out New a little bit. New have Ziv taking a brunt of damage there. Does flash, but Aki's going to be able to follow it up. It doesn't have his flash available, but does have the Impale, as it will be a kill going back over to OMG, and they have made a response in top lane.
And it was a great response from Aki. Aki holds on to the Impale until the spell shield is gone, thinking that Ziv, Ziv thought he was going to get stunned up with the E auto attack, but it's a Q bait instead, and Ziv burns it early. Impale comes afterwards, and now mid.
Fully commit. Onslaught of Shadows goes a bit wide there by Haro. They do have the TP coming in now, and New has joined Haro after that fateful decision is not going to survive to live another day.
OMG stemming some of the bleeding that was given with that bottom lane dive within the jungle, rather hit as Cold.
He gets knocked back pretty heavily. Cold's still going in, has the stun there, but Rocket Jump is going to get Betty the kill. He gets the distance down. Now we get the resets, and Eric having to run for his life. No satchel charge available. The heal does come out.
Good timing with the Herald in tow.
Oh, man. Such a good play from OMG. See what Ziv can do to counteract this. There's the paranoia, but the Impale did come out. A lot of damage onto Ziv. He does get the spell shield on that Q, but it doesn't matter. Naki is going to get another kill. They will get that tower too, it looks like. The dragon finally going over. This will be the second dragon of the game for Rogue Warriors.
I think Ziv played that as well as he could have. He clears the wave immediately, paranoias as soon as New's up with World Ender, so that as he's getting impaled through, that New's not going to have the immediate vision, and even though he goes down in the end, he makes it as close as he could, so I give him the small WP as New with the Herald gets so much damage on this turret. He's now in a great position for OMG. Turret almost going down while RW are hoping for immediate response, but as teleport's burned by Wooming, he's now ready for the counterplay with the hero's entrance.
Just waiting to hit that button, and honestly, Ford's probably looking to do the same. Just needs to get that timing down there. They are doing this play again. Rogue Warriors really like this side of the jungle. Here's the Wombo combo, though. They do get a couple knockups as they have Cold in the back. Onslaught of Shadows goes out to get Haro away. Cold is the one that dies in the fight first, as it is Haro who gets out by a sliver of health. Eric is completely caught between 3 members of Rogue Warriors, and that Obscon Abduct will be there to finish it off. Forge gets a kill.
It's 1-for-1. Our maps are extended, and I honestly feel like when you're in this kind of map state, it favors a team like RW. Vision game is crucial as well, right? You know, when you talk about RW playing defensively, as Cold found Kai Xuan.
Did find him backing. The casket goes out to buy some time, but that's going to be the killer instinct, and it's going to do just that. Eric gets a kill for himself.
Just a nice little pick here, and that momentum are nowhere near the objective, and having no priority might mean this just goes over unless Aki can find something.
And this is where the decisions from Rogue Warriors last game really were the bane to the fights that they had. We'll see if they can clean that up here for on the second side of it, as they do get the full knock, and there's the paranoia. Are they going to pull the trigger on it? They do not have the damage right now, but their health bar is getting real low. There's the heroic entrance coming in. It's not really going to get anything, but a little bit of zoning as that casket's going to come away. The Impale goes down onto Betty, but he uses the rocket jump to get away. This is such a split fight in hysterics as this onslaught of shadows comes down, but the health bars are non-existent for Rogue Warriors. We said they needed to be decisive. They needed to pull these team fights out in front of the objectives, and they cannot do so, as it will be yet another kill going to Eric, and OMG come out on top.
What the hell just happened? Like, this is exactly what I wanted to see, but in the same sense, I now might have a tumor. So this really feels like everything went to the wind. Hail Mary's thrown out, and OMG coming out the better, getting the drag and moving straight into the turret, and all of a sudden we have triple bounty on the board. Right, moving back to mid is, wow, that's a lot of damage.
God, Galio just blows my mind sometimes with the amount of damage you can do. Forge is here. The paranoia is popped. That's the second time Forge has stolen the Alistar ulti. There's the onslaught of shadows. They're bringing everything and the kitchen sink here. They do find Eric, so there's a big point of contention there as OMG is getting picked apart right now. Betty has to rocket jump away as his health bar was getting a little too close for wear. As OMG are turning this back around. No, it will be Forge that goes forward. Does get the kill on Aki.
Or is it?
They can follow up with this. I don't know anymore. The healing is so insane from New. What is this insanity? The Q sweet spots are so big as New is just hammering down. It doesn't matter though. Betty comes back with the effort there, and Kai Xuan with the flash body slam is going to get that kill.
It was a little messy when you fight Aatrox in a choke. You got to expect that he's going to survive more than once, but we get Rogue Warriors engaged. Finally, the trigger pulled by Ziv. It sets up the rest of Rogue Warriors to go forward. Betty plays with spacing so much better because his team's actually in front of him.
That damage potential.
It's something we've seen from a lot of the Silences in the LPL, especially during 2020, which is the Unbreakable Will just looks so good as Cold flashes. Here we go.
They were looking for the combo the whole time, and Betty pays the price. So does Kai Xuan. They were together. They will go down together, and that is the decision. That is OMG turning to the Baron and saying, this is mine now.
This is the small difference between these teams. OMG are not afraid to pull the trigger, and Cold with his veterancy in the LPL, he's 6 years on OMG, made the play that put them back into favor in this game.
What a play it was. Now Baron secured for OMG. They will have a ton of priority in these lanes. You did see Rogue Warriors were able to get that tier 2 tower in the mid lane before the siege starts coming down, but now they have to draw a line in the sand. They need to get some defenses down here. They're just going to bleed out their base.
Man, one turn of a play, one mistake from Betty and Kai Xuan, and this is kind of the problem when you're running
around the mid lane, especially from Rogue Warriors, defending that, while New is just taking towers in the side lanes now, doing exactly what he did in game number 1 on this Aatrox, and just repeating it in game number 2.
That's right. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. New has had a great Aatrox this series so far, and he's adding pressure down to the bottom lane. Ziv has to match. Now moving to mid, I talked about the collapse potential. If Rogue Warriors aren't careful, OMG will push this to the limit.
They will. And you saw how decisive they were last time. They knew when to go for the throat, and they did just that. The tower is going to die. One more shot from the cannon minion there is going to do it. So they have gotten a boon of objectives here, at least in the tower discrepancy.
There's potential for Forge to actually re-engage there. He wanted to turn it around as Kai Xuan's gearing up as well. Forge waiting for it.
Oh no. Yeah, he does have the Unbreakable Will there. Could use it to get that extra engagement for themselves. They just wanted to pressure OMG off a little bit as we do see them barreling down towards this dragon. This is the soul for Rogue Warriors if they can manage to steal it, but they've got to go into the trap that is OMG. That casket was huge, but can they get the follow-up? Rogue Warriors are scattering like mice right now. That Unbreakable Will is going to come out, help Forge survive a little bit longer, but OMG capitalize again and again on these decisions from Rogue Warriors.
I have not seen Arky play a great game since his Kane. He does not play well on traditional junglers, but on this Skarner, man, he is setting them up like that perfect little bait. Successful ultimate engage, and then Haro for the follow-up. Giving Betty the priority is here we go, it's Skarner time.
They just don't even care anymore. They just go for the first person they can see. The paranoia comes in the back. Ooh. That's going to be a big casket to separate the fight. Heroic Entrance going to come down by a lot of time, though. It is completely separated right now. RW trying to make something happen here. Do get some health bars low, but OMG are turning around. Look at New yet again. This man is unkillable, and they are smashing down Rogue Warriors. It is just picking up spare parts at this point. As they will look in mid lane, they'll look to take down Forge eventually, slowly but surely. OMG are going to continue pounding home this lead.
This OMG comp is a beautiful sum of its parts. Every person I could compliment within that fight that made it possible for OMG. 3 quick deaths on the side of Rogue Warriors. Baron number 2 going to be taken here for OMG. And I have to say, this could be the best OMG series I've seen. The potential that we were hoping to see during the whole of 2021 spring.
It has been seriously so good, and it's the team fights that have been so good. It's the decisions everywhere on the map that have been so good. It's so impressive to see, even from one of the bottom tier teams available. Does have the Impale available as well. Doesn't have the Flash this time around, so maybe a little bit decisions need to come through for that, but it has been so good to see how confident these players have been in this series.
And I like that OMG aren't giving them a chance. Aki actually just looking for an engage again. Rogue Warriors petering off. We've got the reverse ARAM. And OMG trying to set up for the fight. Forge wants to go in as well.
Do have Eric over there on the backside. A little bit further out so he can't get engaged on. Can use that killer instinct to join the fight. He's just starting up the dragon at this point. And this is forcing Rogue Warriors' hand. You have to walk into the trap.
It's gone. Rogue Warriors are too late.
Fast. Let's see if they want to finish this out. Look how quickly they could engage if they wanted to. Now with that, we have Soul Point for both teams. This next 5 minutes are going to be very important as we see just the fight start. They pull the paranoia. They get the heroic entrance in. Oh, no. It's going to stop a lot of that engage, and there is no hope. Look at those health bars. That casket's going to be a lot just like all the others, but it doesn't do it justice. Another clean sweep here from OMG, who lose actually a couple members here as Forge is making his name known all by his lonesome, but it doesn't matter. Baron's still on 3 full members of OMG, and they're pushing down mid lane.
Mazel, I think this could be near the end of the game. Sure, you don't have the 80 carry, but look at the size of those death timers 34 minutes in, and an overreach from Rogue Warriors yet again, too deep onto the backline. So many disengage tools, so much CC to come through, and Wooming having the game on the Galio that we wanted to see. It's good to see that OMG are revitalized with the bottom of the table matchup as here's the final push.
Yeah, they want to go for blood here. They want to end this series quickly, get a quick night under their belts as the tower will fall. The defense is there. Let's see how much they focus this Nexus, though, as OMG are looking to secure their 2nd win and hand that wooden spoon to the Rogue Warriors. That is it. That is game done